Right, so I've had one lesson before, which is a controls lesson. So today, my instructor who couldn't make it, but he's got the same car as you, so I did have my controls lesson in a Fiesta. He said we're going to do moving up and stopping.
Excellent, okay.
So my name's Tony. I'll hand over to you.
Alright, Tony, I'm Clark, how are you?
Hello, Clark. How are you?
Nice to meet you. Okay, I'm just going to get my book, and I'm just going to go through a... So how many driving lessons have you had so far, Tony?
Oh, I had a controls lesson last week.
Just controls, okay.
Yeah.
What we'll do, Tony, is we're just going to drive to a bit of a quieter place where it's safe and legal.
Yeah.
And on the way there, I'm going to talk to you about steering. I don't want you to watch my steering on the way.
Oh, we talked about it last week.
Okay.
Yeah, he said today he was going to teach me how to move off and stop and give me a good explanation of the mirrors.
Okay. So I'm going to go for just a very short drive.
Yeah.
And on the way, I'm going to talk a lot about the mirrors.
All right.
And tell you when I'm checking them and why I'm checking them and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Does that sound all right?
Yeah.
Terrific, okay. Pop your seatbelt on.
Oh.
Now I will do a bit of a brief when we get there on what we're going to carry out. Okay. What I'll do, Tony, is before you pull away, I just want you to check that your seatbelt there's on properly. Do you remember last week how you might have just ran your thumb underneath the seatbelt just to make sure it wasn't twisted?
Yeah.
Is it twisted along the bottom?
No.
Brilliant. Okay. Just if it's ever twisted and you're in an accident, it can cut into you.
All right,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Tony, just watch those pedals down there for me.
All right, yeah.
They're just for my use only.
I've done that last week as well. I'm a plonker, haven't I?
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm a plunker as well because I should have told you because it's happened to me before.
I'll just have a little sleep, is that right?
No. As I'm every 5 to 6 seconds, Tony, as I'm driving along, I'm checking my interior mirror.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And what I'm checking for, Tony, is for vehicles travelling behind me. Because if there's a vehicle travelling too closely to me, and I know I'm going to make a turn or a stop ahead, I'm going to signal earlier and brake earlier, so that person's got time to react. We're going to turn left, so I'm checking my mirror now. There is someone behind me. I'm checking my left mirror now for cyclists. I'm going to pop a signal on. That person's now got time to react to everything that I'm doing. If I don't give them enough time, there's a good chance, Tony, they might run into the back of me.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So coming out into the new road. Every time I pull into a new road, Tony, new road, new mirrors. So if you have a look at me now, I'm checking my interior mirror.
Right, yeah. And we're going to turn left again.
I'm going to left, and now I'm checking my left mirror. I'm sorry, I'm checking my right mirror, just to make sure that no one's overtaking me. When you
left.
If you when you pull into a new road and you do check your right mirror and someone is overtaking you, Tony, we always let them go. It's important we always let them go because we don't want to keep them on the wrong side of the road for too long because they might be on a head-on collision with vehicles coming the other way. Yeah. So a new road again. I'm going for the new mirrors again. So always the interior mirror first, Tony. And I'm checking my right mirror to make sure no one's overtaking me. The reason I'm checking the interior mirror every time I pull into a new road is because I need to know if there's someone behind me. Yeah? I need to know how close they are. And remember, the interior mirror gives you the true distance and speed. So it's really important you check that interior mirror every time you come into a new road. Yeah? And the right mirror I'm checking in case someone's overtaking me.
I'm going to follow the road straight on both roundabouts.
Okay, so 2 roundabouts. I'm just checking my interior mirror now. Seeing how close the car is behind us, he's at a safe distance. So I'll just approach the roundabout as normal. And through we go. I'm in a new road now, so I'm checking the interior mirror again. Checking it again now because I'm coming to a stop.
I'm going to take the next turning to the right, please.
Okay, so I'm going to check my interior mirror, Tony. So make sure no one's too close behind me. Check my right mirror, make sure no one's overtaking me. I'm going to pop my signal on. what do I do when I'm in the new road, Tony? Every time I turn into a new road?
Steer.
Yeah, and I check my interior mirror.
Oh yeah, interior.
As soon as I come into a new road, new mirror, and I'm checking my right mirror, because someone has followed me in, and I'm making sure they're not overtaking me, which they're not. As I'm going past all the parked cars, as I'm coming back into my correct position now, checking my interior mirror for any cyclists that might take
the next turning to the left.
I'm going to take my next turning to the left. Check my interior mirror. What am I checking the right mirror for? Do you remember?
Right mirror.
Sorry, left mirror?
I've forgotten.
Yeah, I'm checking for any cyclists there. If there's any cyclists there, Tony, I'd let them go because I don't want to frighten them. Yeah? I certainly don't want to crash into any of them. I'm in a new road, so I check my interior mirror again. There is a car behind me, so I'm going to check my right mirror and make sure he's not overtaken, because if he was overtaken, Tony, I'd let him go. Otherwise, he might be in a head-on collision with the cars coming towards us. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And we're going to take the next turning to the right, please.
Next turning to the right, I'm going to check my interior mirror. There is a car behind me. It's not too close. I'm going to check my right mirror, make sure no one's overtaking me.
So it's right mirror, indicate, middle mirror, indicate, then right mirror. And
No.
stop just on the left here.
It's always mirrors first, interior mirror.
It's got to be forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tony, it's always the interior mirror first, and then the mirror of the direction you're turning, and then you pop the signal on.
Alright.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. All right. I was just stay there for a second there, Tony, just before you hop out in the car. When you take your seatbelt off, just take it off and hold it and let it go back gently. Just keep hold of the strain.
I hit the window last week.
Well, yeah. Or you know, it might hit the window, but it also might hit you in the face. So we just take it off slowly and gently. Now we're going to swap over in just a moment. When you hop out the door, just make sure that you check the mirror before you hop out. Yeah. Because if there's someone like a kid on a bike coming down the path, you swing the door open, they're going to hit the door.
So quick look in the mirror.
And then look in your blind spot, because the mirror doesn't tell you everything. If you look over your left shoulder, look through the head, between the headrest and the pillar of the car there. So twist your head right around to the left.
Yeah.
And look through that window.
No.
Yeah. Is there anyone there?
No.
Okay. So do you remember last week how to open the door properly?
Yeah. Light switch off them.
Okay.
Well, let's just have a little debrief on that. Out
Okay.
there. It's a bit. Gotta make sure the detail's correct, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wrong on a couple of the mirrors, wasn't I?
Yeah, shouldn't be though, should you?
No, well, I was checking the right mirror, but I was saying the wrong left or right.
Yeah. Try and get me a bit more involved and make sure I'm watching you.
Okay.
Or you could have even got me to adjust the mirror so I can see what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. I didn't feel really involved at all there. Yeah.
Right.
And obviously, you know, it's only the second time I've been in the car. Just a tiny bit more control at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a natural reaction to stretch your feet out, isn't it?
Yeah. Of course. I know you've got me on that every time so far.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't be getting you again, should I?
No, not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, just, you know, a lot of the time I wasn't paying any attention to what you were talking about there with the mirrors.
Yeah.
Because you weren't involving me in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, Tony, watch me, yeah.
Yep.
Or even get me to set the mirror up so I can see, yeah.
Yeah, because then I can ask you what the car is behind us and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously that's going out the window because you're not doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it's that detail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, your detail on the mirrors. I mean, when you watch this video back, you're going to be a bit surprised to see that right at the beginning when you drove away, you never even check your blind spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I'm not looking at you driving, but
No, I should still be doing it right.
I am looking at me being educated.
Yeah.
And you know, blind spot should have been mentioned, shouldn't it?
Yeah, of course it should.
And the same way you just told me there, you know, before I pop the door open, you know, pop a look in the mirror. What I need to do is looking up and down the road, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, we go from there and swap on over then.
Okay. I don't need to do like a meter at the back of the car or anything, do I? I might just assume you can get in the seat now.
Yeah.
Don't have any problems. And then I'll check your setup once you're in.
Yeah, so go from the point where I'm going to exit the car.
Okay. So Tony, you may remember from last week how to open the door properly. What I want you to do is just have a good look up and down the path, and also...
Yeah, can I remember how to open the door properly?
Yeah, can you remember how to open the door properly?
Yeah, stop assuming, yeah?
Okay.
Because then you lose control of it, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got to hold it with my shortest hand, haven't I?
That's right, yeah. And just before you pull that catch, have a look down the path.
Oh yeah.
And have a look up here. And check your blind spot. Look, that's it. Is there anyone there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be all okay to open the door now.
Yeah.
And once you're out, Tony, close the door behind you.
Oh,
okay. Right, Tony, there you go.
Alright, thanks.
Do you want to go through your cockpit drill, Tony?
All right.
Do you remember all those bits and pieces?
Yeah. Belt. Make sure it's not twisted.
Yep, you're doing that well.
I'll give it a cheer because it popped out on me last week.
Oh, right, okay.
Mirrors in it.
Are you sat back comfy in your seat there when you're adjusting your mirror? Yeah, I always do it with one hand because then I never pull myself across out the seat too much.
Yeah, makes sense, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. What can you see on the interior mirror there?
Oh, I'm using this plastic square bit as a picture frame, and I'm using the back window as a picture.
Yep.
And I put the frame around the picture.
Yep.
And I can see I can see the whole of the back window. I can even see a little bit of my head restraint.
Terrific. And what can you see out the right mirror?
I can see the door handles, and I can see down the road.
Okay. And what about your left mirror?
The door handles and down the pavement.
That's terrific. They sound like they're set up well. So Tony, we're going to look at moving off and stopping today.
Okay, right.
Yep. We use a process today called POM, which is prepare, observe, and move.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to take you through a bit of a brief now.
Yep.
Then I'm going to summarise it, and then we're going to have a go at it.
Right.
All right. So to prepare the car to go.
Yep.
Yep. What we do is we use our left foot on the clutch, which you probably remember from last week is the very far left pedal.
All right.
Yeah. And we push it all the way down.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we select first gear.
Yeah.
It's important we always get first gear and not any of the other gears because we'll probably stall and we'll pull away. Yep. Which is across and then up. And then we set the gas, which is we set it with a thickness of a pound coin.
Oh yeah.
Do you know roughly what? Show me what you think the thickness of a pound coin is.
Yeah,
that's right. I brought one with me just in case. Once we've set the gas, we then bring the clutch up a centimetre at a time, just until we find the biting point. And then we might even adjust it, the thickness of a pound coin, just to get it right.
All right. Yeah.
It's important we don't have the clutch too high, because when you put the handbrake down, we'll go shooting off.
All right.
Yeah. Similar with gas, we don't want to have too much gas, because then when you bring the clutch up, we'll go shooting off down the road as well.
All right.
Yeah. Once we've got that done perfectly, we're going to lock our feet in place. We're going to keep them still, and do our observations. And this diagram's to tell us that we're going to do a 6-point observation. We're going to begin by checking the interior mirror and see if there's any cars coming up towards you.
Right.
Yeah. And then we're going to start over the left side of the car. You're going to basically look through this back window here. Yeah. And we're going to look all the way around. We're going to look in the mirror for any cyclists or pedestrians coming up the path. Because we're stopped parked now, pedestrian might walk up the path and just trying to cross the road in front of us.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we're going to look for pedestrians. We're going to check for any cars coming towards us.
Yeah.
We're going to check the right mirror, see if there's anyone trying to overtake. Then we're going to check the all-important blind spot, which is where you turn your head right around and you look between the head restraint and the door pillar there.
Okay.
Yeah. Once we've completed our observations and it's safe to go, what we're going to do is we're going to pop the handbrake down, and then I'm going to help you steer the car away from the curb, because as soon as you pop the handbrake down, the car will start to move very slowly. And when I talk to you about turning the steering wheel, we're going to talk about it in 5 minutes and 10 minutes. And I want you to imagine the steering wheel a bit like a clock, yeah? So if I asked you to turn 5 minutes, how far of a turn do you think that would be? Show me with your hands.
How much?
Yeah, see, that for me, that's about half a turn. That's about a quarter of a turn, yeah? So imagine 5 minutes around the clock face. How far around 5 minutes? Yeah, that's a bit more like 5 minutes. So if I said 15 minutes, that would be a quarter of a turn, wouldn't it? Yeah. So today, we'll mainly be using 5 minutes and 10 minutes, yeah? So I might say, Tony, do 5 minutes to you.
Yeah.
And then if I said 10 minutes back to me, that would be 5 minutes back to the centre, and then 5 minutes to me in the other direction.
Right.
Does that start to make a bit of sense?
Right.
And then I'll use terms like straighten up, which means hold the steering wheel straight.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we'll do is, as the handbrake goes down, the car will start to move. We'll do 5 minutes away to pull away from the curb, and I might say 10 minutes to me and straighten up. We'll drive down the road, probably just till we've gone past the car in front of us, and then we're going to prepare the car then to come back into the curb, okay? Which is on the next page. So this is about prepare, observe and move. To stop the car then, we check the interior mirror first, as you might have seen on the way over here, because we need to know if there's a car behind us. We check the left mirror for any cyclists.
Oh, it's a long routine, isn't it?
It is a long routine, and it's something that you'll use a lot as you learn to drive. But it'll come together for you. So this is called the mirror signal position speed look routine, and it's something that you'll use a lot. Okay. Then we consider a signal. Now it's not an automatic signal, because when we're pulling back into the curbside, if there's a car behind us, we'll pop a signal on, yeah. Or perhaps if there's a pedestrian that might benefit from the signal, we'll pop it on.
Right.
Otherwise we don't have to. And then again, I'll guide you in with the steering in towards the curb, which might be 5 minutes to me, Tony, 10 minutes to you. Straighten up.
All right.
Yeah. And then I'll ask you to cover the brake, and we use the brake in the thickness of a pound coin at a time, same as we use the gas pedal. Okay. So I'll say squeeze it with the thickness of a pound coin.
So cover the brake, does that mean put my hand over it?
Cover the brake means with your right foot, you'll probably take it from the gas pedal, and you'll cover the pedal. You won't press the pedal down, but your foot will be there ready to press it. Does that make sense? And then I'll say, squeeze the brake with the thickness of a pound coin, and that's how much braking you're going to use at each point. And then I might say, cover the clutch, put the clutch down, and then we'll be in our stopping place. The car will come to a rest then, and we'll just check that we're in a safe, legal, and convenient place. Then I'll ask you to keep your feet still. We'll put the handbrake on, we'll put the car in neutral, and then you'll be done. Okay. One thing before we go, Tony, what I'd like you to do is have a look where the curb line here cuts into the side of the car for me.
Side of the car?
Sorry, into the front of the car. Where does that curb meet the car? If you can just describe that to me.
Ah, about there.
Yeah, okay. So that's a reference point for you to know when we're sufficiently close enough to the curb to stop.
All right.
Yeah? So when we stop the car later on down the road, you'll be looking for that reference point to come back into the car at the same place.
Oh, you want me to line it up?
No, I'm going to help you do it.
All right.
But I want you to recognise it now and recognise it when we stop again.
All right.
And I'll help you do it. And all it means for you is, Tony, you know that in the future, when you see that reference point come into play in the car, you know you're close enough to the curb to stop.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any questions at that point?
No.
Okay, great. I'm just going to pop this away. So is this the first time you've driven a car, Tony?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Not go-kart champion, though, are you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, just make sure the car's in neutral, and then we can start it up.
Shake it up.
Yeah, that's it. That's enough. You don't have to do that much. We can be quite gentle with the gears there.
Yeah.
Do you know how to start the car?
Yeah, I started it last week.
Okay.
But I had a key last week.
Right, well, you'll need a key this week. There it is.
All right.
That's okay, you've just knocked the toggle there. Well, you know where the toggle is for the windscreen wiper? That's it. Just might just caught the button there.
Go with the key.
That's it.
That's it.
Great. Okay. So remember, what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the car to go. We're going to look all around us, make sure it's safe. We're going to move off. We'll move past the parked car, and then we'll go through our mirror, signal, position, speed, look routine, and stop the car on the left of the road. Yeah. So we're just going to cover perhaps just in front of the car, and then we'll stop again. How's that sound?
Yeah.
So okay, let's go through the process now to prepare the car to go.
Yeah.
So the first thing you do is with your left foot, push the clutch pedal down all the way to the bottom.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And then the next thing you need to do is select first gear.
All right.
So that's okay, so you've gone into third there. So actually
right.
look at the gear stick for me, bring it back to neutral.
Yeah.
Now bring it across to me and then up to first. It's important we don't get third gear by accident, because when you try to pull away, you'll stall the car.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
And we'll be in the middle of it. That'll be very awkward because
Yeah.
we'll be halfway out past the curb.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to set the gas. So adjust the thickness of a pound coin on the gas. So that's too much. So come off maybe half the thickness. But just after that lively hum of the car, just past idle.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me. That's a good thickness on the gas there. I want you to bring the clutch up just 1 centimetre for me and stop. Okay, that's too much gas. It's important. Bring it back off half the thickness of a pound coin for me. It's important we don't have too much gas, because when you bring the clutch up, the car will go surging forward.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you'll be in the back of that car then.
Don't let that happen, do I?
Yeah. So when we bring the clutch up, it's important we don't have it set too high, because when you have the handbrake down, we're going to shoot off. And it's important we don't have it set too low, because when we put the handbrake down, we won't go anywhere at all.
Oh.
Okay. So just bring it up 1 centimetre for me.
What, the clutch?
Yeah, just the clutch, 1 centimetre
All right.
and stop. Bring it up 1 more centimetre and stop. 1 more centimetre and stop.
Yeah.
1 more centimetre and stop. Now go back down thickness of a pound coin. That's
All
it.
right.
You've probably gone back down. Just bring it up 1 more thickness of a pound coin.
Yeah.
There. Can you feel the car just have a bit more of an urge about how to
right,
move?
yeah.
And you might even see the needles just slightly drop down there.
Yeah, I'm not watching it.
That's okay. That's okay. So the car's set to go now. So we need okay. That's the clutch there's set slightly too high. So go back down thickness of a pound coin. That's it. Now keep your feet still there. Keep your feet still there, because the car's ready to go. If you have the clutch pedal too high, when you put the handbrake down, we're going to go shooting off into the car in front of us.
Right, yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we need to complete our observations. So once you check the interior mirror, is anyone behind us?
No.
Have you checked the interior mirror?
Right, yeah. No.
Is there anyone behind us?
A red van behind us.
Okay, so it's really important to check.
Yeah.
Because if there was someone behind us, Tony, we need to know if he was just about to pull out from the curb
right,
or not.
yeah,
Because if we pull out and he pulls out, he's going to run into us.
No, he's parked.
Brilliant. So that's why it's important to know.
Yeah.
So to begin the observation, we're going to start by looking over your left shoulder, and I want you to look out the back window here, Tony. Look out this back window here for me. Is there anyone there?
No.
You looking for any kids coming out the driveway?
Nobody
Just tell me
there.
what you can see there.
Nothing, just a hedge.
Okay, so start scanning around now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone coming up and down the path? Any cars reversing out?
No.
Any kids on the path?
No.
Pedestrians? Anyone coming towards you?
No, 2 motorbikes.
So they're about to go past. Okay, and now check the path over here. Make sure there's no kids coming out the bushes.
No.
And check your right mirror. Is anyone about to overtake you, Tony?
No.
Right. And now you need to check the all-important blind spot, which is between your head restraint and the pillar.
Oh, yeah.
No, you didn't check it there properly. What can you see through the blind spot?
Oh, I can see that driveway.
Yeah, okay. So what we can do now, we've completed the observation. So when that car's gone past us, just check your right mirror again, make sure there's no one there.
Oh, yeah.
Right, pop your handbrake down.
Yeah.
And the car will move slowly. Now steer 5 minutes to you. Keep your feet still. Yeah. Keep your steering wheel there. Go straight now. Straighten up. Now 10 minutes back to me.
10 minutes.
10 minutes back to me. That's right. Sorry. Now 10 minutes back to you. Straighten up. That's fine.
Can somebody follow the clutch now?
No, yeah, you can just keep the clutch covered for me.
All right, yeah.
Keep it covered. Now we're going to prepare the car to stop. So check your interior mirror for me.
All right.
Check it, because you
All
need
right,
to have
yeah,
someone there.
yeah.
Check your left mirror.
All right.
Check it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now pop your indicator on. Yeah. And now do 5 minutes to me.
5 minutes here. Oh, steering.
Yeah, so 5 minutes steering to me. And then, okay, now do 10 minutes steering back to you. Now straighten up. Cover the brake for me. Yeah, just squeeze it with the thickness of a pound coin. Put your clutch down. All the way. And just let the car roll forward ever so slightly, Tony. Keep the steering nice and still. And now just squeeze the brake with another thickness of a pound coin. Keep your feet still. Put the car in neutral. Pull the handbrake on for me. And now you can relax your feet. Okay. Take your feet off the pedals now.
Oh.
You can cancel your indicator. Okay, so that wasn't too bad for the first attempt. So I just want to explain some of the reasons, some of the things that happened when that went on there. When we're pulling away from the curbside, the reason it's really important to check that right mirror is if anyone's about to overtake you, we let them go. Otherwise we'll be forcing them on the wrong side of the road for longer than they need to be, and they could be on a head-on collision. Okay?
I'm checking the blind spot as well, am I?
And you're checking the blind spot as well. You're checking the blind spot also for maybe pedestrians crossing the road behind us or to the side of us, or any kids coming out. When we begin our process to bring the car to a stop, we check the interior mirror first, because if there's a car right behind us, we need to give them earlier signals that we're stopping.
All right.
Otherwise, if we don't, they might run into the back of us.
Right.
Yeah. And it's really important we check the left mirror, because there might be cyclists there, and you don't want to be swinging the car in towards the curb
All right.
if there's a cyclist there, because we're going to knock them off, or at worst, we're going to make them panic.
All right.
And they might wobble.
Yeah.
So we've got to, really important we check that interior mirror, and then we pop the signal on if there's a car behind us, or if there's some pedestrians that might benefit from the signal, like maybe waiting to cross the road further up the road. Yeah. And then you steered in there back into the road quite well, and we came to a stop quite well. So how did you find that?
Yeah. I'm studying for my theory. So
Yeah.
I'm really keen. I started my studying a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
It said about stopping and parking and that. Is this safe?
Yeah. But whenever you come to a stop, you've got to make sure that you stop in a safe, legal and convenient place.
Yeah. Am I safe and legal?
It's certainly a convenient place, and it looks safe.
I don't know what 10 yards is, but I'm sure it said you shouldn't stop within 10 yards of a junction.
You know what, you're right. So next time we pull away and stop again, we'll make sure that where we stop, we'll make sure we check and make sure it's, as well as being convenient and safe, we'll make sure it's legal as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah.
Okay. So should we try another one?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing we need to do is prepare the car to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that by putting your left foot all the way down on the clutch pedal.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then select first gear. Do you remember why it was important not to get third? Because you've just got third again. Yeah. So bring it back and double check you got first.
I'll push it over to you.
Yeah. Can you feel the spring and the tension?
I can, yeah.
So if you use the palm of your hand, it'll help you make sure you feel the spring.
Yeah.
Yep. So the next thing we need to do is set the gas. And remember, we don't want to set it too high, because when we bring the clutch up, we'll go shooting forward.
Oh yeah. So it's a pound coin.
Yeah. That's nice.
Lively hum, yeah.
Yeah, you got that perfect this time. Well done. And then we want to find the biting point. So just bring the clutch up 1 centimetre and stop. 1 centimetre again and stop. A centimetre again.
Yeah.
And one more. There you go. Just hold it there. It's important not to have the clutch pedal too high, because when you put the handbrake down, we'll go shooting forward.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you just keep.
Would it be okay to have the handbrake, have the clutch a little bit lower? Wouldn't it be safer?
Well, no, because if you have the clutch too low, when you put your handbrake down, you won't go anywhere at all.
Oh,
because you're not at the biting point.
Stupid me, yeah.
No, don't be silly. Okay, keep your feet still. Just keep them locked away for now, because we're now going to begin our observation.
All right.
What was the first mirror we checked to begin the obs? Do you remember?
It was that middle one, but I couldn't see nothing because I had a red van right behind me.
So what can you see now? Is there any cars coming?
No.
Okay. Now we need to begin the observation of your left shoulder, looking out this back window again, Tony. Have a good scan around. Anyone coming out the driveways?
No.
Any kids coming out?
No.
Keep scanning around.
No.
Now look up the road. Any pedestrians coming down the road?
No.
Cars coming towards us?
No.
What about this path on the other side of the road? Anyone on there?
Oh, it's a loner, isn't he?
He's fine over there. And now scan around. Anyone coming down these roads?
No.
Right, check your right mirror for me. Anyone about to overtake us? Now look through your all important blind spot. What can you actually see through your blind spot?
Oh, it's clear.
Can you have a proper look for me and tell me what you can see over there?
Oh, it's clear.
Okay, you're looking out your side window. I want you to look between the head restraint and the pillar.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
What can you see?
Driveway, there's nobody coming out of it.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so what we can do is now you can put the handbrake down.
Yeah.
Okay, and the car will start to move ever so slowly. That's right. Now do 5 minutes on the steering wheel to you.
Does he know I'm pulling out here then?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's pop a signal on so he knows what we're doing. So you put. Okay, just stay still for a moment there, Tony, because there's a car coming behind us now. We won't pull out when there's a car coming up behind us. Alright, so pop a signal on now, and now bring the clutch up, just the half thickness of a pound coin. Do 5 minutes on the steering to you. That's it, straighten up. Go straight now. And now do 5 minutes back to me. Straighten up. Then you can bring the clutch pedal up. Just do 5 minutes more on the steering to you. Keep it now go straight. Keep the clutch covered for me.
Alright.
Okay. Now we're going to prepare the car to stop. So I want you to check your interior mirror.
Alright.
Check it, Tony.
Alright.
And then check your left mirror for cyclists.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, pop your signal on.
Oh, how am I signaling to?
The car coming towards us.
Gotcha.
Now cover the brake pedal.
Yeah.
Yep. And now just do 5 minutes steering to me. And now do 10 minutes back to you. Now go straight. And then just put your clutch down for me now. And then just squeeze the brake, thickness of a pound coin, until we come to a stop. Keep your feet still. Put the car in neutral.
Neutral first, isn't it?
You put your handbrake on first. Cancel your indicator and put the car into neutral.
Oh, I'm a bit confused now. Is a handbrake neutral or handbrake, indicator, then neutral.
It's handbrake, neutral, then cancel your indicator.
Right,
yeah, now you can actually
I
think.
suppose I could actually think about start at the bottom and work my way up.
Yeah, that's a good way to remember it, yeah.
Start there and work my way up.
Yep, that's a good way to remember it.
Cool. Can I relax now?
Yeah, you can relax your feet now. How did you find it that time?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we give...
I'm a good look around me because I'm really keen on passing the theory to make sure that we're safe.
So is this a safe place? Is there any reason to think that it's not safe?
Well, what would make it not safe? I've only read a little bit of the theory.
Yeah. Well, for instance, you know,
I suppose
it wouldn't be safe if there were zigzag lines and there was a school here.
All right.
That wouldn't be safe.
No.
And it wouldn't be illegal. It would be illegal if we stopped across someone's driveway. Yeah. Illegal. Yeah. And it wouldn't be convenient if we blocked someone's driveway, would it? Because they wouldn't be able to get in or out.
No.
Yeah. And if there were double lines here, it would be illegal to stop here because you're not have to stop on double yellows. Yeah. All right. Should we give it?
All right.
Okay.
Enough.
Yeah, I just missed a bit of detail. It wasn't too bad though. It felt controlled.
Not too bad. Which bit of detail did you miss?
Well, stop in the first place we stopped. We were too close to the junction on the side of the road.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have it, to be fair to you there, you would have had to go down a long way to clear both of them, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll let you have that one.
Okay.
As it was me to choose the road. Yeah, it was just considered the indicator before pulling away, wasn't it?
Yeah, for the parked car on the other side of the road.
Yeah, learn a driver. Might be just about... He may be just asking the people to do a turn in the road, wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Be a bit embarrassing if they started to move off and I started to move off at the same time, wouldn't it? Yeah?
For sure.
Well, you handle that with quite good confidence.
Yeah. Again, it's just about control, that one, isn't it? Not letting the car get away from you.
Yeah, it's a couple of things where you give me a sweetie and then you take it away before I get a chance to unwrap it, yeah?
Okay, go on.
You said to me where we're going to... You went to the trouble of lining up a reference point.
Oh, yeah.
And then you said no, but you were going to talk me through. You were going to talk me in. So you know, if it had gone on now, I really would be expecting you to certainly commitment on the next one. But I would have commitment on the first two. That reference point we lined up earlier on, Tony. Where is it? Oh, exactly the same place what you said it would be.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you.
So maybe if we'd have done a third or a fourth one, I might even get a chance to get it in myself.
Well, I was going to do two, and then see if you could do it on the third one.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have played ball with you
Okay.
because of the fact that you didn't check.
The second time.
Yeah, even though you told me you were.
Yeah.
We didn't check the first time, did you?
Sorry, I meant we checked before we did the very first one before we pulled away. But when we pulled back in.
Well, we checked it on the brief, didn't we?
Yeah, but we didn't check it when we stopped.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so you should have done that really.
Of course we should have. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's not a big problem. You did make an emphasis on the mirror signal manoeuvre routine. That's very important. Yeah.
Yep.
You made sure I looked in all the right places. You kept very good control of me.
Mm-hmm.
With the brief, I would give the brief just like you gave it. Leave the little bit of consolidation of the technical language, and there's two bits really. Is the steering and the covering the brake.
Okay.
Remember, I wouldn't have done covering the brake before, yeah?
Yep.
Leave that and then just do it at the very end.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Because that consolidation is very important, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, your consolidation of the steering was fine. I understood it. I just felt it would have been better at the end of the brief.
Okay.
Because then you might have remembered, cover the brake.
Yeah.
Because I gave you a lifeline there. I wouldn't have known what cover the brake means.
Yeah.
Until I've had this lesson, yeah. So you need to consolidate that at the end of the brief. You know, technical language you're going to use is cover the brake means put your foot over the brake, but don't press it. Yeah.
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 That makes sense.
It does. Yeah.